Now we're going to look at some percent problems that require us to do additional steps. So for number 24, a salesman needed to sell a four-wheeler. He priced it at $3,500 the first day it was on the market. The second day, he reduced the price by 10%. What was the price after this reduction? So there's two steps here. First, I have to find that 10% of the original, and then because it says that we're reducing the price, you then have to subtract this from the original. It's on sale, so your price has to be lower than the original price. So again, either proportion or percent equation is fine. So if the original price was $3,500, I'm trying to find the sale amount, which is 10%, so 10 out of 100. Cross multiply, 100x equals 35,000, divide by 100, and we get that x is equal to $350. Now we do our second step, which is to subtract the original and the sale amount. So when you do 3,500 minus 350, you get $3,150. So that would be the amount that you would pay after the reduction of 10%. Number 26. Last year, there were 43 science projects submitted by students at a science fair. This year, there are 52 science projects. To the nearest tenth, what is the percent of change in the number of science projects submitted? So this one is different because now we're solving for a percent. So if you're setting up your proportion, right, before we were given the percent, so we knew what to put over 100. Now we're solving for the percent, so the x is going to be over 100. Now the additional challenge here is it's asking for a percent of change. So that's saying how much did it change from one year to the next. The way that we find change is by subtracting. So our new amount is 52. Our original amount was 43. When I subtract, I get a total change of 9. So we increased by 9. Now this is where a lot of us are going to make a mistake. We have two numbers, 43 and 52. Which one do we put underneath the 9? You're always going to put your original amount because we are comparing how much we increased to where we started from, right? If you're talking about how much you've improved, you would compare the amount you improved to where you started. And then it just becomes the same problem that we've been doing. Cross multiply, we get 43x equals 900. Divide both sides by 43. 900 divided by 43 gives me 20.93 ... I'm rounding to the nearest tenth. 9 is in the 10th spot. We look next door. 4 below, 4 or less, we let it rest. So this would be about 20.9% increase. And then the final percent problem that I want to go over is number 43. A store buys an item wholesale for $40. So this is like they're buying it from the manufacturer. This is like the base cost. They mark it up 75%. That means that they are increasing the price by 75%. So that way they can make a profit. How much is the item sold for? So how much would you as the consumer have to pay if you wanted to buy this product? Well, there's two steps. First, we have to find 75% of the $40. And then because we're increasing the price, we're going to add this to the original. So first, let's find 75% of $40. So again, you can use the equation, you can use the proportion. Let's use the equation to... So we need to know, let's fill in our key, right? So my original whole price is $40. The percent is 75%, which as a decimal is 0.75. And we're solving for the amount of markup, which is going to be the part. So when I plug into my equation, I just have to do 0.75 times 40. And I get that the markup is going to be $30. Now, second part of the problem, we took our original amount, which is 40, and we add the amount of markup. So you as the consumer would have to pay $70 in order to purchase this product.